We've been talking about utility for a long time. Is there enough utility in terms of NFTs? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, one of the reasons why I was so excited to come on this show is because obviously Edge of NFTs, Edge of NFT, you guys have been on the ground, since, the last couple of years at least. I know we first caught up with you guys at one of the first NFT NYC events when, the market was extremely frothy. Anybody and their grandmother were trading NFTs or looking to or launch an NFT project. So where NFTs are at now, I think is actually a natural cycle of when any new technology comes around, which NFTs, non-fungible tokens, at the heart of it, it really excited me when I realized what smart contracts are capable of doing, what is an NFT and how that's going to affect multiple industries. But when you have a lot of hype around the potential, some of those narratives get lost, especially when the things that are driving this excitement is very much rooted in the promise of earning something and making money. And so there was a lot of money being thrown around, speculative on NFTs, and it looked very similar to the ICO hype around 2017, 2018, when everybody was, creating an ICO and raising millions of dollars, raising millions of ETH for their projects, which were, kind of on the backs of, simple white papers. And that was about it. So we've had a lot of NFT projects that also, didn't really have much meat on the bones. And often projects didn't really even understand what they could be doing with this technology. So I feel like now that the smoke has cleared a little bit, we've gone through this cycle where a lot of these projects have died off. People realize, of course, this was a bubble, but I'm of the very strong belief that we will see another massive, probably in my opinion, even bigger than before, wave of excitement around NFTs, whether the mass public or people that are involved in the ecosystem continue to call it NFT because it now has such a tinged reputation. For me, it's around, yes, the utility. It was very cliche and buzz term, right, for a while. But I really do think that we're entering into a phase where those that have stuck around, those that have been passionate about the technology, those that do understand what NFTs can actually enable, represent, and actually create more efficiencies and business models really around a lot of industries and disrupting a lot of industries.
Casper now has been around for about 5 years, and you've seen peaks, valleys, good, bad, and are constantly building to improve and make things even better for your ecosystem. Can you kind of walk us through, like, what has that ecosystem maturity been like for Casper, and what are some of the things you've been focusing on?
Yeah, I mean, the blockchain itself really, mainnet didn't really go live until, I believe, just a little over 2 years ago. So in that short period of time, it's been a constant kind of upgrading of the protocol. So I know that the Casper Labs team has a very ambitious roadmap. We just went through a protocol, one of the biggest protocol upgrades since mainnet launch. This was called the 1.5, actually 1.5.2 upgrade, and it really kind of is on par with some of the kind of industry standard expectations that developers would look to in terms in a blockchain to build on top of. But yeah, I mean, we are a relatively new chain compared to a Solana, Cardano, obviously Ethereum. However, our roots have come from this kind of this Ethereum ecosystem, right? Casper is actually derived from a technical term that is that came about that Vitalik actually coined as part of as part of Ethereum and as it was being built out.
The views and opinions expressed on Edge of NFT reflect solely those views and opinions of the show hosts and its guests. Please make sure to do your own research. Our show is not financial advice. You understand that you are using any and all information available on or through this podcast at your own risk. Whenever making financial decisions, we recommend doing your own research and talking to your accountant for financial advice. From time to time, we may feature sponsored content on the show for which we receive value, and we may share links for which we receive a commission if you make a purchase through one of those links. Refer to our website, www.edgeofnft.com, for our full disclaimer, terms and conditions, and privacy policy.